Welcome to Cologne, and welcome to 7 Principles, to 7P. One of the reasons why we could be that cheap this year and have so many people, I'm saying it this way because it was an interesting fight about what will be the pricing, is actually this. And so I will now hand the mic to Andreas, which is my manager. Used to be my unit manager, now it's a business area manager or something. Got like upgraded, so.
Okay, thanks. You already told everything, I think. So I'm area manager at 7P. I'm Andreas Muth. Responsible for the whole mobile development and agile development stuff here at 7P. And we decided to switch the conference a little bit. All the guys and girls who were there last year will see that we have like a different location here and a little bit smaller room. We are sold out. There's some free prices left. We also ordered an Apple keynote for today. So you might see the iPhone 7 at 7th September at the 7P office. So this should be great. At 7 p.m. So this matches perfectly. So I hope we have all a great conference and have fun.
All right, thanks. Yeah, right. Okay, let's get this thing going and let's start go further on our transition that we started last year. So we're moving from Objective-C to Swift. So let's get rid of those. For those who didn't follow, let's get rid of those carrot. So over the years, those of you who remember Objective Cologne, we changed our logos, and so you might have heard of the previous name. This objective is going away, but also the thing that I finally fixed after so many years, that my English is actually better, because apparently at the heart is not very native. That's what I heard. So in the heart is what it says now in many of the stuff, and also. Yeah, basically be ready for next year. Potentially we might lose the bracket. I'm sorry for the square bracket gang. Except if we call it an array. So what happened since last year's? Actually many things happened since last year's. What did we see since last year? We saw a bunch of different stuff. There was those Swift thing like Swift 2.1, Swift 2.2, and Swift 2.03, and then Swift 3.0. So it was one of the things we had, but obviously we also had a few Xcode versions. That's it's always funny to update. And finally, the best part of it is like going over this process of Xcode being updated, and also the funniest part of it is it's in the summer, so everybody gets to do it in the summer. One way to do it is do it like me, take a parental leave in July and August. I left the company for 2 months and came back and was like, what do you mean Swift 3? What kind of problems? And so also, because of all those versions, I really like this tweet from Daniel about if you wonder where your space has been going, then well, yeah, check this out, by the way. Beware, the next slide is a bit harsh, but I guess I can do this, so let's try to be funny a little bit. The other thing that changed also since last year is this. Well, actually, to be honest, actually it's this. And so we get rid of the NS. So this is something we already tried in Germany about 70 years ago. Given the results of the last elections, it didn't really quite work. I mean, we're working on it. We're trying to, yeah. So anyway, in all honesty, thinking about next step makes me think someone up there must be missing those prefixes. And so this guy is probably thinking, what's that? Yeah. Like I'm not religious, but right now I'm concerned. Yeah, anyway, Steve must be thinking right now the times they are changing, right? So you might be thinking, Tim finally thinks, yes, I'm the boss. The little problem though is Tim has a slight problem. He's actually having 30 billions problems, more than one actually. So we'll see how this goes actually in the future. And for now, let's see. Oh yeah, gracious transition. Let's do it only again. You always have to have some of those transitions anyway. Let's see how that works. But now seriously, what really happened? Crazy things happened. For example, there's that one guy. Let's come back to a nice looking smiling face. There's that one guy which basically scrambled around the company and made Apple love open source and made all of a sudden Apple, not all of a sudden, not from a day to the other, but have this relationship between all those companies, like one of those being IBM, which we will have today, which is very interesting. So that's very interesting. The thing that happened is like Swift 2.2 became open source since December, so that was kind of big time for me at least. I was also spending some time in the Ruby on Rails community, and when I saw this happen, actually, one can only complain now about something not being in Swift because he hasn't done anything in Swift. Like if you're not on GitHub checking what's happening, what's following, it's very hard to complain and to bitch if you haven't done anything. You're allowed to bitch if you've tried to do something. The other thing that also happened is Swift on the server became a thing, like a real thing. One proof of that is we have 2 talks about Swift on the server, and we also have even some of my server-side developers in the room, which were like, "What? We are allowed to have this as well?" So I'm really excited about Swift on the server. So I might become again a backend developer and not care about the UIs anymore. The other thing is, yeah, all the crazy places where Swift wants to be. Like, for example, apparently Swifts want to be there. Hi, Manu. Oh, I was looking for you. Yeah, I even heard Swift wants to be there. So I'm not so sure about this. We'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much it for right now. Now we will start with a real talk. Mateusz is actually, I'm really happy that he's here. One of the things he has done over the years with me is working on the mobile app we have, the iOS app we have. If you wonder what's the technology behind, it's actually the technology is working on a day-to-day basis. This is TabJet, and it's coming from us, for us from London. So let's welcome Mateusz with the first talk. Round of applause for him.